Buenas tardes a todos, buenas noches, buenos días. Les saluda Silvia Guay. Francia será pues anfitriona de jefes de Estado y de gobierno, organizaciones internacionales, líderes de grandes y pequeñas empresas privadas, académicos y miembros de la Sociedad de París el día 10 y 11 de febrero de este año, para sentar las bases de la inteligencia artificial en beneficio del interés público. Objetivos de la cumbre: definir, construir, proporcionar ecosistemas e infraestructura pública abiertas y críticas para el sector global de la IA que impulsen resultados sociales, económicos, culturales, sanitarios y medioambientales beneficiosos. Tienen como propósito de un marco internacional para la IA que proporcione acceso público a los recursos, defina normas, reglas y salvaguardas internacionales para los sistemas de la IA y los haga aplicables y promueva oportunidades para todos. Los temas que van a abordar en la IA de Francia: inteligencia artificial, interés público, el futuro del trabajo, innovación y cultura, IA de confianza, gobernanza global de la IA. Nosotros, los organizadores afiliados al evento oficial de la Cumbre de Acción sobre Inteligencia Artificial, presentamos las clases magistrales denominada IA, conocimiento para todos, y cómo la IA puede mejorar nuestras sociedades y economías. La señorita Michelle Villon será quien conducirá la clase magistral, quien presentará a los expositores del SIC de la IA de la Sociedad de Internet. A su vez, Michelle y yo somos miembros del SIC de la IA de la Sociedad de Internet, cuyo socio fundador es el señor Vinton Cerf, el padre del Internet. Con ustedes presento a Michelle Villon, joven talentosa que es parte de la organización Mujeres en Política, que significa hacer bien para el bien y poder conocimiento. Adelante, Michelle. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, señora Silvia, por el pase. Buenas tardes a todos los presentes y a los expositores. Es un placer tenerlos aquí. Les invitamos a dejar sus preguntas en el chat durante las exposiciones, las cuales serán respondidas por los expositores al finalizar sus presentaciones. A continuación presentaré al ingeniero Yasir Amin. Es ingeniero electrónico de Pakistán, con más de 10 años de experiencia en la docencia en diversas instituciones educativas. Ha participado como orador en talleres de inteligencia artificial y actualmente colabora con la Sociedad de Internet, donde se dedica a orientar a estudiantes y a la sociedad en general sobre tecnologías emergentes. Además, es miembro activo del capítulo de Islamabad, Pakistán, de la Sociedad de Internet. Hoy, el ingeniero Yasir Amin nos presentará sobre un tema crucial en el campo de la inteligencia artificial: políticas de gobernanza de la inteligencia artificial. Now, I would like to hand over to Engineer Yasir Amin. Good afternoon, Mr. Amin.
Thank you so much, Michelle. So nice of you. So nice to see you all. And welcome to this great event that has stayed on artificial intelligence event. I will detail a little bit about the artificial intelligence and what is the machine learning and everything and its policies and governance. Thank you so much. Yes, Michelle.
Bien, ingeniero Amin. ¿Por qué es importante la gobernanza de la IA? ¿Qué implica la transparencia en la IA? ¿Y cómo puede utilizarse la IA en auditoría?
Is it my
Good, Mr.
voice
Amin.
is clear, everyone? Michelle is sound.
Yes, I will ask the questions. Okay. Good, Mr. Amin. Why is AI governance important? Why is AI transparency? And how can AI be used in audits?
Hello, I can't hear everyone. Michelle, I can't hear you. So please, could you please repeat that? You said?
Sure. This is a question. Why is AI governance important? What is AI transparency? And how can AI be used in audits?
Thank you. So I got the question. It's the most relevant as far as technology is concerned. It's because technology has a both positive and negative at the same time. So if we have a positive aspect of technology, then there are the negative consequences of technology as well. So we can't ignore that because to use technology, we also requires provision, vigilance. So it's just like you're driving a car. Car is very good for you. It can take you quickly. It's a similar other transportations, but there is a rules and regulations that must be fulfilled. So that will help us and build trust on that. You can say the technology. So similar other, it's just like a computing things. A computer was thought, or similarly nuclear weaponry. First, the hydrogen bomb was invented, or was first reaction was there. So same scientists put the law to have a regulation on the use of nuclear weaponry, hydrogen bomb. Similar, artificial intelligence have the same sort of approach. If you want to have a great output, we want to use it efficiently. It is tremendously helpful for the humanity, but with the check, with a controlled manner. So that's very important for all of us to understand today. Technology or artificial intelligence, that's an era of artificial intelligence, I would say, because we're tremendously moving forward quickly towards the artificial intelligence use. And I will talk about little bit. I will just, you can say, each branch of artificial intelligence has a depth, and you can say is tremendously information in each branch. So I will talk about these technological branches of artificial intelligence on a surface level. But wherever there's a requirement of other things like machine learning or other, I will talk about that also. So as far as your question is concerned, so artificial intelligence is the s- first time that was coined by the John McCarthy, American scientist. So he coined that term in 1956 that artificial intelligence is a way that computing or machines understand like a human, and they react they act like a human being does the same way the computer does as a as human being can think, can reason, or can respond. Similarly, that we will want that things in the machine as a computer. So there was a little bit history about this. So we want to have something secondary to human being. The most intelligent thing on the planet is artificial intelligence. It's very important. It's not just the robotics. Artificial intelligence is much more than that. So that was the beginning on 1956. The first, the word was artificial intelligence was first coined, and now we are at that point that we are using it in a tremendously useful manner, artificial intelligence today. So as the question is concerned, and a little bit, I would talk about the artificial intelligence at the beginning stage, and then I will come to that question and answer these things. The transparency is there, audit and governance is there. I will talk about in detail on these things in these aspects. But briefly, so there was, I would say, artificial intelligence was uh, according to the some uh, developed people like Elon Musk. He said that a human being does not know what the thing they are playing with, because such a dangerous thing artificial intelligence is. So we have to deal it with the controlled manner. That is very important. So artificial intelligence is simple is that the first time there was a very good player in chess player in the number one in the world. He was very confident. Nobody else could defeat him, but he was played against that robot. So he played three times, and there was a four games, and he lost three of them. and fourth time he could not be able to play again. He walked away. Similarly, there was a Chinese player who was very efficient in a game that is well renowned. In a single step, a player can move 296 moves, so 300 moves. Much confident that nobody can defeat him. So he nobody could ever won against him. But when he played against that robot, that artificially designed computer, so he lost three of them out of four games, same result as was before. So he also walked away. So that hurts the human ego at the first time. He has to believe, human has to believe that there is a something that can defeat the human. As the in interview by the Sophia, it's a very famous report on a channel, that you can defeat the human being. So she rightly said, yes, we can defeat in a human being if they challenged us. Similarly, so artificial intelligence can be very useful, at the same time can be very dangerous. So I would ask Adil to just come at the first slide. So that was the branches of artificial intelligence. So first that is artificial and emotional intelligence. This is very important, and I would talk about little bit about that. It allows machines to understand and respond to human emotions. A very important thing that as we human do. So we analyze other person by his gesture, his smile, his body language, his posture. Similarly, so artificial intelligence will answer our questions. He analyzes us by the body structure, by the word we use. So just a purely human-like psychology. As for if someone said to you something that is annoying to you, you react like that. Similarly, the artificially designed robot also do the same. AI uses data from facial expression, similar facial expression, body language, tone, voice, or identifies person motion. So it can identify the person in front of him. Similarly, the second one is computer vision. So similarly, in artificial computer vision is also the branch. Computer to analyze visual data and interpret it. So similarly, we can see that the computer can identify the object, people, images in front of it. So it's also another versatile branch of artificial intelligence. Similarly, it's a there's also speech recognition. As we are we are there. We all are the using the technology. As if on YouTube, if we say on speaker, I want to see this channel or this video, so that speaker that also respond to the listening as well as write the content that we speak. That is totally a purely artificial intelligence. Natural language processing, similarly, that computer can understand the language that we spoke, not the language we have to write in computer language, not required. As on Google Maps or similarly, if you want to have a paint in a house on Chat GPT and so on and so forth. So these are the branches. Similarly, robotics is a well known and well intelligence, not just like artificial intelligence is much more than that. As on Facebook, when we put a picture in group photo, so the same people comes in suggestion. So that is through artificial intelligence. Similarly, if we want to buy AirPods, so similar data is shown on our Instagram, on our Facebook, because through artificial intelligence, that computer can store tremendous data that human being can't store. So that's the difference. Artificial intelligence, as Isaac Newton has a IQ 156, nobody, no human being ever have. So through the supercomputer, through artificial intelligence, as I spoke earlier, so there was a robot. He can save the move to 96. That moves he can store back in his memory that human being can't. So that report was played in numerous other players, so he remembered the moves previously where he was defeated. Similar as we human do, as for example, if we are I am teaching somewhere, if don't have the answer to the things or the concept, so I learn. I does not repeat the mistakes, or I continue to learn or discuss with other one to improve that thing. Similarly, artificial intelligence does the same. It does not repeat the previous mistake and remember the mistake, and next time that improve itself. Planning and optimization is very other versatile. It helps in industry, in logistic and transport, production and planning, project management, so on and so forth. So very important branch of artificial intelligence. So similarly, evolutionary algorithm is also a branch of artificial intelligence evolution, just like we biological evolution to solve problem. Similar AI based computer can do that. They inspire the process, mutation, combinations, similar, so they can learn and remember the things they have done previously and does not repeat the mistake and evolve from that. Reasoning system in AI, similarly other branch. So in AI system to draw the conclusion, make decisions, solve problem based on information. So it like human. So we as a human being, we reason, we contradict, we have to reach the conclusion from the data, from the history, from the information we are getting all around us. Similar, so that is neurological artificial intelligence, just like human do. So they can self-learn, they can improve themselves, and does not repeat that thing again if that is not successful. Or the things that are helpful and successful for them, they they save that data. So learning algorithm. So similarly, how that process goes. So use models to make prediction and classification. They predict what's going to happen if that decision. Similarly, so the reward from the gesture, from the posture, from the question, analyze his questionnaire, his audience. Then he respond in the same tone or same manner and with reason. So that is through deep learning, machine learning language. So that's a like why that we our neurons are there. They switch. There's a programming deep learning language. We talk about that. So it has a multiple choice. If that is not suitable, we switch to the other thing. If we make a decision that does not go that way or successful, that there is second plan for that. Similarly, artificial reasoning system works the same. Similarly, next new knowledge representation. AI is method of structuring, organizing knowledge so that AI system can process and utilize it for reasoning and decision making. So knowledge, or you can say data, because we are living in a world of science and technology, and that world, that state, that country will lead the world with our data. As in 2019, there was a chat GPT by OpenAI, Microsoft. So there was a revolution. So this is tremendously helpful for us. For example, for diagnosing the disease for doctors. It's very helpful for them, artificial intelligence. Similarly, if we want to go someplace, so if we want information, so I want to go to that destination. So what will be the weather there? What is the hotel charges there? So we need not to type everything. We can speak in our language, and that can be translated into computer language and we get the answer for that. So now artificial intelligence is a very helpful in different fields, such as I talked about earlier, some medicine industry, in the various other, even on a industry level to local individual. But there's a drawback, there's a negative effect as well, as we are victim of that and we are aware. So there's a deep fake videos of the people, politicians, celebrities, where they're not actually saying what that is portrayed on the uh, video or audio. So that is a negative part of artificial intelligence, as I said earlier. So there must be a check, regulation, or use of technology. So they are not individual are victim of this. We are not victim. At society level, individual are not at that time a victim of that, but the renowned people, the celebrities, the politicians, they their deep fake videos are there, so they then answer these things. They are not that the way what they said is not that is on the media or on the social media. That is done by artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, as I talk about, is has both things, positive and negative aspect. It's a versatile thing. It's a novelty. We have to deal in a very controlled manner. Otherwise, that is also the dangerous one. So there is, I believe, that artificial intelligence has positive aspect for human being. That's what I believe, because first there was when there was a computer there, everybody says there's that dominate the human being. They will be vanishing of jobs there. We cannot survive. But later on, we found that it's very helpful for us. It can store data. It can process data quickly. Similarly, artificial intelligence will act will the same way if with the there will be policies and guidelines, the rules and regulations, transparency, audit and governance is there, so we will not to bother about. But if these are not controlled, that is also there will be a dangerous perspective of artificial intelligence is also there. We can't ignore that. So that I will talk about later. So artificial intelligence, positive and negative. So as an optimistic individual, I see and believe, and as recently there is a statement by the Donald Trump that there is investment will be more on artificial intelligence in the future, so that we as a learner, as a student, as a expertise, we have to develop that skill, that learning of machine level language like Python that is used in the artificial designing, in artificial machine learning language. We have to also, it's not like just a floating thing. If you want to be expertise in artificial intelligence, you have to get depth of uh, that artificial intelligence material. That is very difficult as well to programming, how that the computer decide, how the computer interact, how robot can see with the sensors there, robots, and they have multiple sensors. We as a human we see that the Sophia is talking in the media in an anchor and responding to the question, but there's a sensor behind, there's a detector behind, there's all programming is done behind there, so we can't see that. If you want to be expertise in artificial intelligence, you have to go in depth. So what makes that question to answer? So that is done by Elon Musk in a research, what I have said earlier. So there was a research on monkey. There was a chip on plotted on his head that that extract data from the neurons in the brain and interpreted on the screen on the computer, and imagine where the world is going. Uh, they are working the so such a tremendous thing that the world that pulse is generated in neurons, they are extracted and displayed on the screen. So they want to explore the things, how the human respond, how the monkey makes a decision, how human makes a decision, how we can develop that kind of approach in machine learning. So artificial intelligence is very important. As I said, there's a humor development also there. If we want to develop the humor like as human do. So uh, uh, there is also a background of to that, that robot has an arrogance. They react when they defeated. There is a game played between the child. They're played between a child and a robot, and the robot break the finger of the child during that game because it was annoying to it. That's purely human. like behavior. So similarly, so compute the artificially designed respond in a negative manner as well. So there is Adil, please could you go back to the page? So that's next page, please. So there's a use of artificial intelligence in numerous fields that I talked about: retail, healthcare, manufacturing, security, banking, finance, automobile, logistics, and so on and so forth. So it's a part and parcel of our life. Next slide, please. So there's a also research. There's a artificial intelligence defeated the doctors in diagnosing the brain tumor in China. So there is a COVID prediction and COVID research. It's artificial intelligence was helping there. So that is also the use of artificial intelligence. Next, please. So similarly, I talked about artificial intelligence is react, so respond or humor like it react or is answer the question from the data. So data is very important. We human can't have such storage, can't have that approach that a computer can. We can put data tremendously. As ChatGPT has a data from different sources. Similarly, Google is doing same kind of approach, but the Chat GPT approach of Google will be much tremendous because the data Google has is tremendously high because there's a war of data in future, and that country, that state will flourish that will have a maximum data. So that's previously there was an age of miracles, then the age of literature, and now the age of science and technology. And the country that has the maximum data that I believe would be the dominating in one. So please next one, Adi. Thank you. So there is a basic question. Transparency is there. Fairness, as I talked about, that there's a numerous example as a human psychology we have. So everything in a family we will have to check. We have to transparency in society, traffic, everywhere. Even technology requires the same things: transparency, fairness, bias. The data bias, data is a dangerous thing. For example, if you put a question or ask a question and the chat GPT got a data from a biased way, that answering you in a wrong pattern or not the same thing, or so that is dangerous as well. Audit is also important to check, and so confidentiality or the security of data is very important because there's a loss of data. There's cyber security courses are there, cyber security lectures are there. We have to use passwords, data, our identity, same so account data. So that is also can be snatch or theft, or that can be, you can say, I was watching the video. The Chat GPT can provide the data of traffic license and so on and so forth. So that means we have to check on that. It's not completely allowed to access everything. So there must be password and strong. There will be a check on that. Similarly, ethics is rules and regulations to control the artificial intelligence. Next, please. Similarly, so transparency, as I talked about. So transparency is the openness of artificial intelligence. Means everyone has to use the technology because technology is not bound to the boundaries or to the particular state or nation. It's for everyone. So technology has to reach to each and every individual. That's what we are doing, and that we want everybody have the approach to that technology or things in the world going. As Apple phone is invented in US, that is not too restricted to there. That everyone in the world can use the technology. Technology does not have a bound. So which help people to understand how the work and make decisions. Similarly, so through transparency, we can make it easily accessible and to make decisions through that, but with the check and regulation. For example, it is important for building trust. So trust is very important for success, as you and I are aware of it. Ensuring the accountability, so there must be accountability and preventing biasness. As I said, so the biasness is dangerous. Is one of the things that can harm us. So if you ask a question and you get different answer or wrong interpretation of things, that data is fed by the wrong material or other things. For example, you go for search to some place, or say that data comes as this is not a good place visit. This is not, there's a, these drawbacks are there, but they actually that is not there. So the biasness or the so data fit is not appropriate. You get the different result. Typically arises from two sources: design models. So the design model that can also make it biased themselves, and training data. So data can make the answer biased or some from the other source. Similar, so AI ethics, what it involves establishing principles, guidelines, and ensure AI to design and implement responsibility. So there's a responsibility is also there. Guidelines has to be there. Ethics required. You have to be ethical in technology as well. What are the guidelines? You can't go beyond that level. You can't has to access the personal data and so forth. Similarly, AI can be used in a ways that threaten public safety. So the AI can be dangerous because it can threaten the public safety, the public data, the pictures, the photographs, the videos, the family. They can be hacked, or they can be used roughly as deep fake videos, as I talked about earlier. Security, similarly, a quality of life. So there must be a balance in AI use or technology use and the lifestyle of human. So there must be a boundary to that. To be we have to control the use of AI. We have to be a we have to have the check on the use of technology. We can have a blind trust on technology. So there's a positive and negative aspect. Similarly, so next is Kinetic Adi. Next slide, please. So says the deep learning language, so the same as neurons does our, we have to make decision. We have a multiple option for that. If one decision does not click, we switch on to the other. So similarly, the deep learning language, machine learning language is there that can switch from one option to other, as there's if else statement there. There is a protocol, or you can say configuration of their deep learning is there. If one decision goes wrong, then we have to switch to the other one. Please kindly next one. As I talked about bias, so bias is biased data or the wrong storage or in the data is dangerous thing. So we have to be fair enough. We have to put a data that is appropriate, that is useful, and we get the conclusion from the data as well as an output, for example. Fairness, AI should be fair and not discriminate against certain groups. So if you put a data against particular society, particular individual, so that can portray them as wrong one. But if they are not actually, or for example, if you say that these continent people are not put data, they are dangerous, they are harmful, they can steal things. So to similar data, you will get the result from same way. If similarly there will be a right data, appropriate data, accurate, so result will be the accurate and appropriate, and that will be helpful. So technology is helpful as well as that can be misleading as well. So check and regulation, transparency, audit, all these things, confidentiality, ethics, how to use the technology, what balance we should take to use the technology is very important. We can't just say artificial intelligence is a very good thing. artificial intelligence very helpful for us. It can do the work much quickly. We have to just put the word and the essays there. So there's also that's a good thing, but it can also make us harm, as I talk about. So there's uh, deep fake videos, just for example. Similarly, there's a stealing of data, there's a hacking, there is automatically self-learning or egoistic response to human psychology, to human things. If they artificially design robot, understand what they can do, how dangerous they are. So similar statement made by the Elon Musk. So, sister, the human being does not know what the thing they are playing with. Artificially designed robots. If the robots or artificially designed things can self-learn, self-improve, and they come to realize how dangerous they are or how they can reproduce themselves like them, so they can destroy the things in a way dangerous manner that human being ever expected to that. So it's very important to use technology, but in a controlled manner, in a regulated manner, in a in a specific rules and regulation and policies are there as ISOC policies are there to control the use of artificial intelligence. So please kindly read next slide if you can. Similarly, there is a drawback of artificial intelligence such as the Asian subcontinent. The eyes are open, but the robot or artificial design sensor computer said the camera of that sensor said that the eyes are not open, but the that is Asian subcontinent. The eyes are open but very small in size, so that's the wrong interpretation. He said so you have to try the next 10 times or 9 times, then there will be a gap or pause for that. So there is a I say you cannot blindly trust on technology or artificial. There's artificial intelligence there. We put the question, answer is there. No, no. You have to cross check. You have to see that technology is not 100% accurate. Similarly, human being also have as a limitation as well. So I say completely or blind trust is dangerous. Kindly please next one. As I talked about, audit of every thing is very important. Is there bias in the model? So this you have to check before using the artificial intelligence. So there must not be a bias. Are there any ethical issues in the intelligence? Or you must have to check this clarity of information in the data fed to that thing, that computer. Is there a structure and purpose in place for data access? Similarly, everyone has to use or access the data in a controlled manner. So there must be a structure to that approach of data. Everybody can't have to have the same sort of data that the intelligence have to do, that the other security purpose, the other countries has their security data. Nobody could ever have a approach to that. So there must be a security for that. Is there governance in place? Who can modify the model? Similarly, there must be an authorized, there must be a secure way of putting the data where the world is getting the data, world is searching the data, and if the providing or the source where the other people are getting data is not that reliable, so might be they got a wrong picture of that thing, which is not actually the wrong. Thus, model performs within a certain level of confidence. So there must be a trust and confidence on the technology or use of that thing. That is one of the basic, I would say, constituent of any organization's success, because confidence and reliability is very important for the development of particular society or use of technology. If we are using, for example, computer sensor that can see the picture of other and then say that is okay, appropriate, and there is no issue on that. If that data of the person is not appropriately there, or if unfortunately there is a miss data in the data fed of about that person, but actually the person is right as in the picture before, the sensor is getting or interpreting that the eyes are not completely open. It might be a technological limitation, but if unfortunately that say that the picture in front of us, or person in front of mm, mm, us is a culprit or is a victim of that, that can be harmful as well. So the data providing or data storage, similarly the transparency, audit and check and development and you can say structuring the things and putting the data and regulating the things is very important in technology. So kindly next one, Maya. Home, similarly as repeated, confidentiality is very important. So these are the things we are well aware of before that. So I have talked about these things. So if any question about that, if you have a initial, or you can ask about the governance or AI technology, the advancement, I will be open. And rest of the things I have done, I think I have is all informed of data collected and has that option opt in out. Similar usage of data is specific purpose only. Similarly, since you have to use in a particular manner, AI model benefit the user as it's helpful for us quickly retrieve data, use the AI to get useful information in a short and appropriate manner. Similarly, as a sensor are there, Vivelo cars are there, artificially designed cars. They can self-learn through the sensor how the speed has to be controlled. So artificial intelligence will also will help us in numerous fields, in vehicles, in medical field. It can help the doctor to regulate, to check where the disease would be that shape. Similarly, artificial intelligence has positive and negative. So similarly, artificial AI model will not harm the user. So we require that it not harm, it not react like that can harm the human species, as we the most last aspect of the artificial intelligence is that they can come in front of the human being and they can harm them, they can destroy us, so that we don't want like that. But it's not, it's the last thing, it's just thing that is we are fear of, because human psychology is there. We don't like the change. We want secure things. Similarly, we reacted earlier about computers and nuclear weaponry. The nuclear bomb or atom bomb, hydrogen bombs. Similar, they are now useful for good things. We can electricity from that nuclear energy, nuclear power plant, and computer can store data of universities and passports in numerous fields. It's a useful. Similarly, I believe that artificial intelligence would do that for us. So, but in a controlled and regular manner, we have to use AI without any reservation, but with the control, with regular, or you can say there is policies and governance with rules and regulations. Otherwise, AI could not be that useful. Next one, please. Yes, Michelle, if you have any question, I would be, I would answer. Similar, there's a laws. First law about ribo may not injure human beings. So that we want through so through interaction, allow human beings to come to harm. Similarly, to say a robot cannot harm the human being and human being cannot harm the robot. Second law is robot must obey the orders given by a human being. Robot has to fulfill because they are designed for that particular purpose to support the human things, but except where such orders would conflict the first law, so it means that these laws must not said or ask the robot to act against the human or to destroy or kill someone. So that is not there. So the robot has to be designed is it does not react in a way to harm the human. Similarly, human being does not allow to harm the robot. Third law, a robot must protect its own existence as such protection does not conflict with the first second law. Sorry, I will repeat that a robot must protect its own existence. Robot has to protect itself as far as it does not conflict the first and second law. So robot has a right to protect itself. Similarly, it cannot harm the human being. Next one, please. So now the next highlighted ones. Similarly, so there's a prerequisite things. There's a check and there's a disease in the child from that. Similarly, medical treatment for that things are also there. The child cry, the the sensor can detect what's gonna happen or what disease it will affect that child. So it's a tremendously evolving field. Artificial intelligence tremendously. It can help the security agencies to locate or find the culprit or the with the picture with the data from that picture of the face of the culprit or structure. It's a very useful thing. Similar for as I talk about it is for the controlled way of use of artificial intelligence that if somebody else or other can use in a negative manner, so they can protect themselves by using artificial intelligence. So they can detect that there is a security person is there. So what is the background of that one is there. So yes, yes. Okay. Next one, please. Yes, I not said robot can harm human being. I said robot can be misused. Robots can be misused. I am not. I am intelligence. I believe myself. It's not like that. But there could be a danger thing as well. As I said, so the nuclear energy is used for production of electricity, but you cannot say for sure there is a dangerous or it is also has a harmful effect as well. So both things are possible. Similarly, what I said, so the bot is supporting us, helpful, quickly, fast, that much more work without fatigue, so and so forth. This is very useful, but we cannot ignore the danger because can it can be much dangerous as far as human being is concerned. So we have to be very careful to
Hello, yeah, do you hear me? Hello, Yasir. I think something problem. I think something problem with the Yasir network. Michelle, you can continue. I think Yasser, when he back, he join again.
Okay. Okay, let's see. We don't have yet questions. So for now, do you want me to continue with you, Mr. Nayar?
Yes, you can continue. Just I think maybe we can maybe network problem. Okay, you can continue with me. You can
Okay.
ask me one question.
Um, Okay, thank you, Mr. Ming, for your presentation. A continuación presentaré al ingeniero Adel Nayar, originario de Pakistán. Es ingeniero electrónico en telecomunicaciones y magíster en ciencias de la computación por la Government College University de Faisalabad. Con más de 15 años de experiencia en el sector tecnológico, es un reconocido investigador en inteligencia artificial y facilitador líder del capítulo de inteligencia artificial de la Sociedad de Internet, donde lidera proyectos innovadores en aprendizaje automático, robótica y soluciones energéticas sostenibles. Además, ha sido orador principal en importantes conferencias y talleres, destacándose por sus presentaciones que combinan profundidad técnica con aplicaciones prácticas. En esta ocasión, el ingeniero Nayar nos ofrecerá una conferencia sobre el futuro del trabajo. I will now hand the floor over to Engineer Adel Nayar. Good afternoon, Mr. Nayar.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adil Nayyar. I'm working with the Internet Society as a lead facilitator. So thank you, Michelle, and thank you, Sylvia, for conduct the beautiful session with the peoples for talking about artificial intelligence. And with the Internet Society, my job is awareness to the public about artificial intelligence. So I try my best. Thank you for Yasser. Maybe something network problem. He got offline. He briefed very well about the artificial intelligence. So that is the reason I continue with the Yasser topic, artificial intelligence. So today's topic, I got the question from Aberdeen. He said robot is not dangerous for a human. I want to tell you something first before Aberdeen. When a robot get the any bugs, he is dangerous for the humans. So I want to start with your question. When the any robot get the bugs, virus, then he is dangerous for the humans. When he out of control, so it's a meme. So now I start my work, my presentations about the questions. Sylvia, Michelle asked me robotics. Robotics and automations is the same thing, but I try to explain what is the automations. Artificial intelligence is a not today technology; is a very old technology. But in a previous days, is go to very high. So I try to explain about the automation. Automation is the use of a technology to perform tasks automatically. With a minimal human invention, it can be used to streamline process, reduce cost, and improve efficiencies. Now, how it works? Automation uses technologies such as robotics programs or AI perform tasks. It can be triggered by schedule an event and change an innovable action, and automation can gather and analyze large amounts of data, help with the design and making. And you can say that we can control everything. How we control? We give the code like with we populate the machine learning language. And yes, Mr. Yes also told you about the languages. We can control everything. What you want, what you need, what I need. Like you can design a robot for home delivery. You can, yes, because you can guide it. You could give the code. You give the locations. How can they get the data? You provide. So it is a very clear. You can use the automation for reduce the people's effort and reduce the cost because a lot of companies want to design the robots work in the companies. So manufacturing robots can automate repetitive tasks in automotive manufacturing. And second, business automations can help with business process management, accounting, and finance. Home Smart homes use automations for tasks like voice assistants and chatbots. Like we can use our robots with our directions. Not every robot did not. He's like a hardware. He's not working. Why he's not working? Because we never give the command. When you like, you can switch on your TV LCD on your. You can operate with your TV remote because you guide the television. Switch on, press because he get the command, and after that, television is switch is on and start working. Can watch movies, TV, news, sing songs, what you want to see that. So it's me, your LCD, yeah, your television is a guided robot. There is two type of categories: guided robot and unguided. Guided robot is you can guide, like you can say that pick a ball from the floor. He guided. If he work without reason, like I say that Yasa say that informed you to a robot is a dangerous for a human. There is unguided because it's a killing machine. We can watch very easily in the robotics movies, Hollywood movies. We can see that when a robot gets the virus, so that's why he's out of control. Is a live example, dramatic examples in our movies. So automation can reduce the human error and improve the reliability. Is the benefit of the automations. And then after it can help the organization make data driven decisions, he helped the organization how to make it decide, like a artificial intelligence data analysis is a great decide the data. Like one my boss want to make a schedule, want to get my this, decide about me, my personality, my working. Then he put some data in a AI, and that getting the results and decision about me. I am a good or a bad. If I hire a team to analyze me, then I pay to my team. I give the salary. I give the time, rooms, a lot of expense. If I put the data in a software, then he automatic generated about my decision about me. So automation can improve the securities and governance also. So benefit of automation is increasing the productivity, improve qualities, improve consistency of the process, increase the consistency of output, and reduce direct human labor cost and expenses. Like you are working in a manufacturing of the auto car manufacturing company, you can see that we can use the robot. Why we use the robot? Because he even get tired very soon. Like my body is not working after 6 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours, because I need a rest. And if you want a robot 24-hour work, he works because robot never need to rest. So he never asks you for a vacation. He never asks you for holidays. He never asks you about foods. So he's 24/7. He start continuously working. But we can add the some rest in the robot, because hardware when hardware work continuously, he is very tired. Get the heart burn, because hardware when is a burn like hot, it will be burn. So so I am discuss some automation tools: ANN, DCS, HMI, SDAC, PLC. So I start with the artificial neural network. Artificial intelligence neural network (ANN) is a computational model that mimic the way biological neuro works. It's a type of machine learning algorithm that use layers. intercontinued nodes to process information. Now we are talking about the machine learning. What is the machine learning? Machine learning is we can add the objects, shapes, like you have a dog, how to recognize a report about dog and cat. How can recognize? We add the picture of the dog and cat. Both are same, both are animals. How can make a difference? Like a dog shape are different and cat shape are different. So we can create in the machine with the help of the machine learning, add the pictures of the dog and cat. After that, when a robot see the cat and dog, and he declares he is a dog and he's a cat. So like everything is same. He is four legs, two eyes, one nose, two nose, ear, but we can make it different about a face because dog face is big and cat's face is small. So we it is make a difference in the objects. We can add in the object codes, add the codes, and then we can add these things. So how it works? ANS are made up the layers of the nodes and neurons that are connected to each other. Like brains, like our brains connect to each other. When our foot get the any pain, and our mind gives a signal, you have a pain in a foot. Is it is a connectivity with my foot connect with the brains. So that is the same in the board connected with each other with the help of the wires, connectivities, copper wires. The input layer receive information which is the perceived by the hidden layers. The output layer produce the final result. So network use activation functional to convert the input signal into the output signals. Like when you give the input, then you get the output. Like I give you a very simple example. When you switch on your TV, you give the signal from the TV remote. Then you get the response from the television. He switch on, television switch on, and you can watch movies, change the channel, watch the news, anything you want. So I give you input, then he give me output. So network use the actual and predicted output to improve its function. This process is called training. I was told you before is guided robot because I train there. How I train? I train with the code. I give the direction. How you get the data, how you get the input, and how you play that. So we can add in the report. What it can do? ANS can recognize pattern, learns from data, and make prediction. Like we can add the we can working in a classroom. You can make a pattern. How can analysis about the teacher students? So you make a pattern. First start quiz. Sorry for that. Start presentations, assignments, quiz. After exam, you can predict about the student is a level of the student. He is a good or a bad student. So same like in the we can add the boards, all the function. They can use the image classification, neutral language processing, and time series predictions. Because report is we add the function in the report. The look at around your surrounding, what you have, what you doing, what you thinking, what you're watching around. So that's why we can add with the help of the code. Advantage ANS can perform multiple functions at the same time. Like we can drive on the motorway, highway. You can see the automatically access the speed with what is your car speed. In same time, he check your seat belt. The two functions. So same like that. In a language, we can add multiple sensors, and most important is how can report access the multiple inputs. We can add the sensors. So it's mean like I give you example again. I am repeating my example again. TV remote. You can see in your front remote when you put your hand on TV remote, you can see a one IR infrared LED in see you can see in the remote, and in a TV I have a IR sensor receiving. He receives the sensor signal. Sorry, he receives the signal and he switch on the TV. Is a main okay. All the reports are work with the help of sensors. So where I'm going to continue. DCS, Distributed Control System. Distributed Control System, DCS, is a computerized system used in industrial processes to automate and manage complex operations by distribution control function across multiple controllers located throughout a plant, allowing for real-time monitoring and precise control of various aspects of a manufacturing process, often used in industries like chemicals, manufacturing, power generation, and water treatment facilities. Key point of about DCS is decentralized control. Unlike traditional system with a single central controller, a DCS separate control function across multiple nodes or controller distribute throughout the plant, enhancing reliability by preventing a signal point of failure. Real-time data collection sensor throughout the process continuously feed data to the DCS, enabling rapid adjustment and decision making based on current conditions. And after that is a human machine interference. What is a human interference? Operator interact with the DCS throughout a user-friendly interference to monitor, process variable, adjust parameter, and manage alarms. And application about DCS system are commonly used in industry with a various batch process like chemical manufacturing, oil and gas refilling, power generation, pharmaceutical production, water and water dispenser, water treatment, and benefit of using of DCS. And how can we improve the efficiency? Precise control and real-time adjustment optimize production process leading to increased efficiency and enhance of the reliability. Distributed control architecture minimize downtime by allowing the system to continue functions even if any one controller fails. How can scalability? DCS can easily expand to the accommodate new process of production lines. Advantage of the process control is DCS can implement complex control algorithm to optimize production based on changing conditions. No, I'm telling about the human-machine interface. A human interface, what is that? A human-machine interface is a digital tool that allows users to interact with machines, systems, or devices. HMI are used to monitor, control, and improve responses, improve processes. How HMIs works? HMIs can include touch screens, keyboard, and other specialized devices. HMIs can display data using graph, chart, and other visualization. HMIs can be customized to meet the needs to specific application where HMIs are used. HMIs are commonly used in industrial settings such as factories and plants. HMI is also used in a water and sewage treatment plant. Benefit of the HMIs. HMIs IS help users understand data and control equipment are more easily. HMIS help users identify problems and maintain and improve the efficiencies. And HMIS help users make sure process run smoothly. Type of HMIS command line interface is multi-touch interface and augmented reality interface. And second is SCADA, Supervisory Control and Acquisitions, which stand for the Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition is a computer system used to monitor to control the industrial process by collecting data from sensor and actuator located across a facility, allowing operator to oversee and manage operations remotely through a user interface. Typically used in applications like power grid pipelines and manufacturing plants. What is the key point about SCADAD? Functions. It's greater real data time from sensor transmit to the central control stations and enables operators to make adjustment to the process through control command sent back the actuators component. How can it work? Sensors, devices measures process variable like pressure, temperature, flow rate, and remote terminal units RTUS. We can say that device that collect data from the sensor and send it to the SCADAD system. Program logic controllers, PLCs, devices that can execute control logic based on the received data. And human machine interference already about that. And application, there are different application, power generation, distribution, oil and gas pipeline, water treatment, manufacturing facilities. So there are examples for that. So now I'm talking about the PLC. PLC is a program logic control, is very old technology, no, it's not new. When I was in engineering, studying, we can study for that. In study in engineering, in industrial computer designed to control and monitor automatic machinery and process in manufacturing environment, typically by executing custom program logic based on input signal from sensor and switches, and then sending corresponding out signal to actuator to control machine operations, essentially acting as a brain for industrial automation system. What is the key point of PLC? They can receive input signal from sensor, process the data according to the pre-programmed logics, then send you data, activate actuator program. Programming, what is the programming? We can say that is deep learning, machine learning program, C++ also we use that, Python we can use that. PLC is a self-paced programming code. So we can make a blocks and coding with the help of, we can organize the data to the robot and machines. And robot and machine are same name, different name, but is a robot is a not work. If walking is a called robotic, but if any machine is working, you can say that is robot because human effort is zero. So is a very simple robot and machine is same name, same objects. Industrial applications, modular design and robust design. So we can say that the PLC is some programming. We can make objects, and there is some type of the automation: fixed automations, program automations, and flexible automation. I make some three type of categories. Is a fixed automation. We work some points, few points, because I think is a people need to know about that. Fixed automation is referred to the we add the one program and he is the focus on a one program. After that, he is do nothing. Like I very simple. I make a robot, bring a glass from a water dispenser, water box, and give me is a single function. If if in the between other function is add, he is not working. So it's a fixed automations like single. Yeah, if you want to add other functions, this is also fixed the function. Other thing is not. So something is this is also called hardware automation. Primary drawbacks are large international investment and highly production rates is very costly. Program automations, Well, in a program automation, the equipment is designed to accommodate the specific class of product, and the processing of assembly operation can be changed, modifying the control. Like you are working in a, bottle workshop, like Pepsi, Coca-Cola. You can see that he's filling the bottle automatically. No man working. Drink is automatic. Liquid is automatic fill in a tank. Cook, bake, make a drink, and then fill the bottles. Is a programming. Is everything is a program. They can add the program like sugar level, glucose, carbohydrate is automatic. No one human is working, but just human is working. He put the some material in the boxes, then report get the from the as per recipes get from the boxes, and he put into the tank. So is programming flexible. Like when we can design a machine, then if we I am thinking, may I want to extend this machine a future, though, so I make it in the making a parts. So is a very easy, but in a way we can say there is a future planning. When a machine is designed, I want to expand this machine. Like I want to add more sensors, and I want to work more than. A extension is a programming is a flexible automations. So flexible manufacturing can system use manufacturing various combination of the we can use that various of the sensors. So I add some animations for understanding about the fix. I hope you understand. There is a simple is a door lock. When you use that in your door, open your door, he just open and close. Like you can understand is a fixed function about a machine, a simple single machine. When door is open, is working. He's you can when human is cross the door, he never he close automatically. No human power required to the close. You can pass out and cross your door. He is closing your door. So it's a simple animations for the today session. And second animation I want add about the force, electrotion, voltage. How can work about the tube light works when you switch. It's a simple operation of the switch because there are this animation add for the understand how sensor operate. When you give the command, he will access what you need. So it's a simple example for the electronic to understand the signals of, working about a sensor. I hope you everyone is understanding. There are series and parallel. Series and parallel show the how to current divide and distributed in the network. Network means the wires to provide a signal. So I just a simple example for understanding about reports how it is works. You can see that is a bulb is switch on and black bulb is switch off and transfer. So it's a simple example for there's nothing else. It's a very basic concept about the sensor. Every sensor with the work with the help of the voltage and current, like every sensor has a different voltage and different current required for that. Like I make a sensor, is working in a 12 volt and zero point 0.3 milliampere. So I will provide the sensor 3 milliampere and 12 volt. 12 volt, 6 volt. We make combination with the with the help of the semiconductor material. Semiconductor material is very good for the electrons. He switch very fast. He is a better the electron. So I hope you guys you understand the what I want to show you. So after that is a basic design of robots. I try to play for that. Make it a big basic procedure design of the robot. When we can design a machine and robot, I told you before what we thinking, what we need to product. We make a specification, we make a selection of mechanism, layout of the configuration, design of individual component, preparation of drawing. These are 5 steps we are follow before design any report. Yeah, any machine. What we need, what we want, what is our requirement. Like I am I'm a boss of a company. I want to make a robot, a machine like home delivery robot. I want a pizza delivered to the customer house. So what in my mind? I make a specification. What is my height of the robot? What is the how I give the signals, battery timing, sensor timing, wheels, everything wheel size. I give the provide to my engineer to specification. I want this. After that, mechanism select the engineer select the mechanism of the robot, how get the data input and how can he go to for deliver and how he can back and especially how get the money because without money he never any company will go to loss. So everything is a robotic. So after that layout of the configuration, a engineer design the configuration like where would I put the sensor in eyes, face, chest, arm. So a configuration design because I need to know how I'm talking about the home delivery report. Like a home delivery report, I know what is a road station. Is a plane, yeah, with the tiles. So I need to know about that. So after that, individual component. He designed the individual component. What is the type, size of the tires, wheels, tires, your structure, base of the home delivery reports. They can design. After the preparation of drawing. After that, in the end of the, he design some component and arrange and look like a robot and the finally. So I try to make one simulation about that. Like this example is show you a man push the block of the stone. How can he push and implement the force on the stone and he move one place to other place? If you can imagine about the animation, they you can use see that you can see that if a human push a block, then he go to toward forward. Like you can push your stone one place to other stone. So you can see that, like you can imagine about that. You want to push a stone. The how can possible? You can make it possible with the help of the design. So it's a simple example to understand how we design the machines. It's a very simple example. It's not hard. So now I'll show you one thing is what is Arduino. Arduino is a hardware to control our the system. Arduino is an open source electronic platform that lets you build interactive projects using hardware and software. It uses many fields including robotics, security, music, and steps. Is a hardware. The Arduino board has a microcontroller that read inputs and sensor and the other devices. Software we can use that IDE for design for the course. I have one Arduino board for show you for guys. Try to explain one simple example to understand about the Arduino. There is just a slides Arduino shapes like I show you. You connect with the computer, the IDE. Arduino board provide many alternative. I have a hardware. I show you practical example. How can I conduct? There are different type of the Arduinos. We can decide that Arduinos with our requirement. How much we need to require speed, RAM, and other so much. Arduino shields like I showed you example. I think you can see them. These are the Arduino board. They get a simple hardware. These are very cheap, not a costly. but we can use the multifunctions. This is simple. After that, I show you my screen and try to make example. No, Arduino is my hand, and I try to show you. I think I need to stop my background. Wait a minute. Uh, I will show you my switch off the background because there are no effect to show you. Okay, this is my Arduino board in my hand. You can see green light and yellow light. I just try to show you control the light of the my board. How can I control the Arduino? I give you command and then he's show you example. I just a simple example to show you how I control the robots, things, machines. You guys are see the speed of the yellow light. I try to change the speed of the blinking of the light is yellow. So you guys see that blinking can change the situation. I change the position of the hardware. Is a yellow light is blinking slowly. As a green is a power light. Yellow is blinking with the time because I set the time. I change the time value. So why I shows you? Because I want to tell you, I can control the robot with the what I want.
Green
But in,
is appearing red, no? Is yellow, no, not. It's appearing to us red.
yes, it's a blinking because I changed the timing.
Okay. So I
It
just
is
want to tell you
yeah.
two colors.
Yeah.
See, it's a red and green. It's yellow
Yellow,
you say.
yellow and green. Is it because of the webcam? You see that it is yellow
Okay.
and green.
Okay. Okay. Bye. Thank you.
I think. So you can see the state is changing. So that is the Arduino. Because I just show you simple example how I control my report with the help of the Arduino codes, hardware. What we are talking about that. Uh, Hardware is controlling. We have machines learning. I just use a code. Nothing is special. Every sensor have having is compatible code. So thank you so much for everything. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Yasser. If anyone have a question, you can ask about that. We are available for the questions. So I need to see the chat. Maybe something robotic and harm people. Miss Michelle, I'm read the chat message. So Mr. Abni, I report already. answer to the Mr. Abdin about the greeting. All thanks for greeting. Okay, but one is missing. Anyone need to ask the question? We are available. Me and yes, Mission Sylvia. So you can ask the question if anyone have the question.
Bien, ingeniero Nayar, como un resumen de su presentación, ¿nos podría decir cuál es el significado de la inteligencia artificial? ¿Conoce alguna aplicación real de la IA? ¿Y cuáles son las técnicas de representación del conocimiento en la IA? Great, Mr. Nayar. As a summary of your presentation, can you answer what is the meaning of artificial intelligence? Do you know about any real-world applications of AI? And what are the techniques of knowledge representation in AI?
Your real example, you need that?
As a summary, yeah.
Yeah.
As a summary of your
Summary. I try to make a short summary. Like a human, artificial intelligence is and a human has a difference because a robot get the all direction, all the output gives you what you add, but he never get any direction, any input without you. Like I add the put the code, I give the sensor, he get the input, and then he's work. But human is not work like that. A human is work with automatic. Like if he is change the decision at the with the help of the situation. Like human want to drink a water, he can drink water, but robot cannot drink water because you can never add the function of the code for the water for drinking. So that is the difference human and robot. So I try to make a very simple and short summary with the help of the example is a difference between human and robot. Maybe I have a one example. I have an example for that. I try to show to everyone. You can see that. Wait a minute. I show my screen. Where? Yeah. Is a funny, but you can see that when a human is hitting the pole, is a very simple example to understand about human and AI future. Up a report get the data for the human, he is hitting the pole, but in actual he is not hit. So that's the difference. He did not get the response automatically. With this situation, what is the situation he did not know. So always human is a good because human make the report. Because human make the report, not robot make a human. So that is the reason human is a robot is a good for in every decision. So is just try to make a little summary with the help of the animations. It's a funny animation, I know, but I try to explain. So thank you, Michelle. Ask me another question.
Thank you, Mr. Nayer, for his presentation. Do you have any questions from the audience? Let's see.
In the chat room.
Yeah, I think there's you can raise your hand if there's questions from the audience. If you want to ask Mr. Jesse Armin or Mr. Adel Nayar about the presentation. Okay, if there's no questions.
No questions. I don't know. I don't know our presentation is going good here, but because no one have question. So let's see. We are available for that. Anyone want to they can connect with the Internet Society. We are available for that.
Okay, that's our full event. Thanks to the presenters for covering such important topics. If you, Mr. Nayar and Mr. Amin, wish, you may share your contact information as well as your presentations in the chat. Eso es todo por el evento. Muchas gracias a los expositores por abordar temas tan relevantes. Si lo desean, los ingenieros Nayar y Amin pueden compartir su información de contacto, así como sus presentaciones en el chat. Bueno, conmigo será hasta la próxima ocasión. Ahora le cedo la palabra a la señora Silvia. Muchas gracias a todos.
Gracias, ha sido un momento de enseñanza y de aprendizaje y agradecer pues a Francia por permitirnos ser afiliados al evento de esta clase magistral, los ingenieros que proceden pues de la organización de la sociedad de Internet, de especial de inteligencia artificial. Estamos muy agradecidos. Yo creo que esto va a transmitir por las redes sociales, el ingeniero que ya lo puede compartir. Y bueno, creo que no sea la primera vez, sino que vamos a continuar pasando. Muchas gracias a todos. Creo que nuestra experiencia es fructífera. Creo que es necesario de compartir la información de esta clase magistral. Gracias.
Gracias. Thank you.
So Michelle, where is going? Where is he going? I think maybe get the network problem. Ah, you're back.
Hello. Thank you, everyone. This is all for the
Thank
event.
you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you once again,
Bye.
and
Thank you,
listening to
Sylvia, again. And Michelle, thank you so much. Thank you.
thank you, Sylvia,
Gracias
and
a
all of
todos
you.
y nos
Thank
vemos
you
en
for
la
the
cumbre de Francia.
listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Sweet dream. We have a good night. I'm going to sleep, me and Jess. Because here at 3 a.m. almost in the night. Okay, thank you.